Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I think I need to. You can offer some advice here. Either I can email Miss Ingram or write her a letter or call her. The key thing is a lawyer, when they discover wrongdoing by another lawyer or a judge, they are required by the code of conduct to report it.
Right.
Now, let me explain.
Okay.
I've reported this. I reported the wrongdoing by the judges. I reported the wrongdoing by the opposing attorney, Mr. Swadek. The Bar Association does nothing about it. The Judicial Inquiry Commission does nothing about it. I have not filed it yet against Jesse Evans and my own attorneys because you may be aware of this, but it becomes a confidential matter when it goes before the bar, and I'm writing a blog, already writing a blog, and this debt business is going to be a part of it. And I might also mention I've reported the crimes in detail to the U.S. Attorney's Office here in Birmingham and to the FBI.
Okay, let me ask you this. What happened with me, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail for obvious reasons. I witnessed firsthand wrongdoing, and I waited 6 months, and I requested to file a formal complaint through the Bar Association. This was the Birmingham Bar, okay? So I waited 6 months. I allowed the managing partner, this was at Cerrone, by the way, which is big.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this was a senior partner. All right, so this isn't small potatoes. What you and I are discussing is confidential because I don't want it on your blog, but this is what happened.
Okay.
I found wrongdoing. I came from Cabinet Johnston, Gardner, Dumas, and O'Neill, one of the most prestigious firms in the city. I've turned down offers with Bradley Abrams. I've turned down offers with Burr Foreman. And I went with Haskell Slaughter against my better judgment. But let me tell you about this other. I waited 6 months and I filed a complaint. They investigated, and Bill Long from the Bar Association interviewed me in around 2003, I believe. I know Bill Pryor personally because he used to work at Cabinet. He was the Attorney General at the time. And Troy King was the assistant to Governor Riley. I sent copies of that complaint to Governor Riley, to Rob Riley, his son, to Troy King, and to Bill Pryor with a personal note. All except for Rob know me personally. They investigated it, and they found wrongdoing. The senior partner was bought out, reprimanded. He was no longer allowed to practice, and he's in Atlanta, and he's only recently sat for the Georgia Bar, which was in February of this year. So he was sanctioned for 3 years. Okay. Now, have you gone that route where you've actually filed a formal complaint to have them investigated, to have them reprimanded? Because if what you're telling me is true, which I have no reason to doubt, having known Mr. Evans, that's a felony. He will be disbarred and will not be able to sit on any bar. He will not be able to sit for the bar in any state. So have you gone to that level to actually get the written complaint and file it?
I have filed a lengthy letter with copies to Carmen Adams of the FBI and Alice Martin of the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Okay, Alice is an idiot. All right, Ron Brunson is the one that, and he's not there anymore. I would suggest getting
I talked to a guy named Matt Hart. I don't know if you know him.
I don't know him. Alice is an idiot. But Ron Brunson is retired U.S. Attorney. Ron Brunson is who you need to call and talk to. I'm going to give you his number. He is in Birmingham. He works with Sam McCord. Ron Brunson specializes in white-collar crime. You need to talk to him about what you've just told me and see if he has any suggestions. But one of them, and you can give him my first and last name, because I worked with him when he worked for the Criminal Investigation Division of the IRS, and he was in law school. So I have kept up with his career, but you need to contact him. Let me find Sam's number. But see, Angie has to stay out of this. She is hired by American Express to pursue this. She can't get involved in wrongdoing alleged against other attorneys. You know, that's a conflict of interest for her. That's why I think you need to speak to a third party, and because Angie attorney for American Express, hired specifically to pursue these cases legally. And based on the information you've given me, I feel it could be, I'll have to have it approved, a legitimate reason to allow payment arrangements until you can determine when and how you can get the balance taken care of. So let me look this up. But one of the things you do need to be careful of on this blog, which I have not seen, these attorneys can turn around and sue you for slander.
Sure.
And even though it's true, if it's true, it's not slander, but they have 9 ways to Sunday to be able to find a catch-22. And you need to be careful because you don't want to be sued even though it may be the truth. That's why I say go through the Bar Association as I just explained to you, because that way you're protected. Even though your anonymity is not protected, they can only release that information to certain people.
Well, I don't trust the Bar Association. I've already filed a complaint about Bill Swadek, and they ignored it, even though he's got a long history of...
They can't, though. If you fill out the forms that they send you, they have to follow up with you. They have to interview you. They
didn't investigate at all.
Okay, did you fill out the formal complaint form?
I filled out it. I talked to Cheryl Rankin by email. She didn't do anything.
No, you need to fill out the formal complaint form.
I did. I'm saying after they sent me a letter saying they weren't going to do anything, I emailed her, and she admitted that one of the reasons is they get so many complaints, there's so many corrupt lawyers, that the fact that Swadek was the opposing attorney, they just don't do anything about it. And if I file a complaint against Jesse Evans, which I could do, but it becomes confidential, and I can't do anything. I can't talk to a newspaper reporter about it or a TV station or anything. And
I did forward my information to the media as a backup. My attorney kept a copy in case I got hurt or killed. I followed up. I mean, I can't get involved and tell you how to do it, but I'm telling you that there are ways around it.
Well, who was your attorney, out of curiosity?
I didn't use an attorney. I did this all by myself.
Oh, I thought you said your attorney had a copy.
No, my family attorney did, because my mom thought something was going to happen. She thought somebody cut the brake lines or something.
Well, I tell you,